Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Peyton McDermott.
And I'm Jackie Myers. Let's take a look at the news.
Intramural Sports held a wrestling competition on Friday. The performance courts were bedded with mats and the bleachers were filled with supporters. Many people came out to support friends and fraternity brothers at Markin's intramural wrestling competition. The competition was divided into weight class and was multiple single elimination rounds. A few crowd favorites moved through the first rounds only to be upsetted in the end. Weights were determined by skill and competitors wore green or red bands to keep track of score. Be sure to check out the Bradley website for more upcoming sports events.
One of Bradley University's proudest achievements is the speech team. The members of this year's team are getting ready to go to nationals with a form of entertainment for a Bradley audience. Philip Dittmeyer has more.
Bradley University's speech team is known for being persuasive, informative, and compelling. But did you know they can also be entertaining? Last Friday, the speech team put on their Night Before Nationals show. In essence, a sample of what they're capable of.
We've got all our events up, ready for competition, and so this is really our opportunity to kind of showcase those to the public and get people excited about it.
6 members put on an incredible show. But what helped tie it all together were the 2 hosts, who always had a quick phrase or a silly gag to amuse the audience.
I love the job of emceeing because it gives me an opportunity to bring a different kind of essence than I usually get to do when I perform, because I'm doing the same things every single time I memorize speeches. So I always enjoy it because it's just kind of on a whim.
Now you may be wondering, what does being on a speech team have to do with college education?
With a tradition of excellence, it benefits the university by having walking ambassadors showing their scholarly work and performance as well as argumentation. For the student, it trains them for the real world. Communication skills is something that every employer is looking for, and these students spend hundreds upon thousands of hours refining that skill in order to market themselves for a bright future and be our future leaders.
The team leaves for nationals in Florida this weekend and in Indiana 2 weeks from now. Needless to say, they're ready for it.
Now that I actually get to travel with my team, I cannot wait to go and show them what we've got to bring and come home with a title.
The team has gelled together really well, and we're excited to head down to Florida for nationals.
We wish them the best of luck. For BUTV News, I'm Philip Dittmeyer.
Bradley's Visual Voices lectures hosted art critic Janet Koplos this past Thursday. Koplos' lecture covered what is art criticism and is there a need for it?
You know, I listen to that kind of an introduction and I always think, who is that?
Janet Koplos has been an art critic for many years. She has worked for a variety of publications in America as well as abroad in Japan. However, Koplos says she did not always want to be an art critic.
Nobody always wants to be an art critic. Nobody's ever even heard of it, you know, until you get to college probably. No, I absolutely backed into it. And if you had told me, even at the beginning of my college career, that I would be an art critic, I would have said, what are you talking about?
Koplos' ideas of art criticism apply to everyone, as she explains.
Actually, the vast majority of people in this room have probably had personal experience with it. If you're an artist, you've been reviewed or you want to be reviewed. If you're a critic or a historian or any kind of writer with an interest in art, you may have published criticism. If you are a consumer of art, which just means a person who goes to a gallery, you most likely have read criticism.
Koplos also expressed her personal thoughts on why the world needs art criticism.
You know, lots of places have just killed their whole art coverage, just given it up. And I think art is an essential part of human life. And that even if you don't make money off of it, even if you do it as a hobby, you know, whatever form it takes, that kind of creative expression is really important in our world. And to talk about it is one of the things that critics do. So I really think it needs to go on in some way or another, in some place or another.
Koplos' lecture was the first in a series sponsored by the Nancy Adams and Charles Sims Visiting Artist Endowment for Excellence. You can check out more of her work through her books Makers, A History of American Studio Craft, 3 Visions in Glass, and Contemporary Japanese Sculpture. For BUTV News, I'm Chris Shearer.
Women of color celebrated their second annual Women's Empowerment Banquet last Friday. Danielle Peterson has the full story.
Bradley University's Women of Color hosted an elegant evening for the celebration of women. The evening contained a nice dinner provided by catering services and social time.
This event, the Women's Empowerment Banquet, it's the second year that we're doing it. And basically it's just meant to help to kind of give the women on campus a little push, a little inspiration, especially during this time of year.
Students were given the opportunity to network with other women of diverse professions. Students were also given the opportunity to hear Valerie Humphrey speak as the keynote speaker. She gave an awesome speech about women empowerment.
She has her own girls mentoring program called True Eagle Beauty. So basically she mentors young girls, teaches them about leadership and about just kind of elevating themselves to a higher level.
And snakes can't live way up there. So as you rise, you're going to lose some people.
Students seemed to have enjoyed themselves, and the speaker at the event, Women of Color, had an awesome turnout and hope to continue to have successful events and empower women.
Right. But
for BUTV News, I'm Danielle Peterson.
Bradley's Student Senate and the Office of Diversity and Inclusion welcomed students and faculty to a discussion about our diversity and inclusion, a community dialogue. Last night, the discussion included donuts and student panelists of diverse backgrounds. It was a very informal discussion between students about their feelings towards diversity on campus. To start the discussion, there was a presentation that included questions to get the conversation going. Students were able to express their thoughts and concerns about different issues that needed to be solved. Brianna Matthews attended the discussion and expressed her thoughts throughout the conversation. She explains more about how the conversation impacted her.
Learned more about different diversity that does not apply to me and I'm not affected by like disabilities. That was really great to hear. It's very eye-opening, and I stepped out my comfort zone with that as well, and that just goes back to my main point that you have to step out your comfort zone in order to have these conversations so you can open up and not be so selfish.
The community dialogue was a successful discussion. Many students left the room with different perceptions of diversity and inclusion, and hopefully the conversation continues.
As we reported last week, Bradley senior Sojourner White was named Fulbright Scholar. Reporter John McDermott has the full story.
Miss Sojourner White works here at the International Programs Office in the GCC building. From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, she also serves as a double major in psychology and Spanish with a minor in women's studies. Recently, she also became a recipient of the Fulbright Award.
I studied abroad in Spain last year in Granada for a whole semester during the spring, and I loved it. I fell in love with the culture, the people. The language was a lot easier to maneuver and pick up because I was immersed in it 24/7. It was a great learning experience, and I wanted to have that again, but for an extended period of time, which is why I pursued Fulbright.
The Fulbright program is sponsored by the U.S. Department of State. It serves as a way to provide grants for individual study and research projects or English teaching assistantships abroad. The program has been recognized internationally for the vast opportunities it offers to its students.
So I'm with the English Teaching Assistant program. They have a bunch between research and arts-based programs as well. But mine, I'm an ETA, so I help teach English classes as well as a few other subjects like science, history, PE. For 9 months is the duration of the whole program.
After she graduates, Sojourner plans to teach English in Madrid and serve as a cultural ambassador between the United States and Spain. Before she leaves, she gives advice for students going down a similar path that she did.
I would say get out your comfort zone. You never know where it's going to lead you. And for people at Bradley, thank you very much, as well as people back home in Milwaukee. There have been a lot of people who have kind of taken me under their wing, and I'm really grateful for that.
For BUTV News, I'm John McDermott.
Bradley University Chorale performed backup for Barry Manilow last Thursday. The concert took place at the Peoria Civic Center. Bradley Chorale is well known in the Peoria area, having done tours around the local area in past years, including this past spring break. Manilow was aware of the reputation the chorale has throughout Peoria and approached Dr. Jost to ask that the chorale accompany him on stage on his Civic Center concert. The concert was a part of Barry Manilow's farewell tour. The chorale sang backup on songs such as Miracle and the famous Copacabana. Sophomore Zachary Olson said that the opportunity was great for the chorale and furthering their reputation in the Bradley area.
The program at Bradley has basically such roots in the Peoria area that it's known around Peoria. And Barry Manilow needed backup singers, and he does wherever he goes. So it's kind of fun to be part of a program that's like, hey, we can also sing backup for famous singers when they come here because they think of us that highly.
Each chorale member was given 2 free tickets to the concert to give to families or parents. What an incredible opportunity to the chorale. Coming up, we'll check out our weather and your weekly entertainment news.
We'll be right back after these messages.
To Maddie. Congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow. I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back to BUTV News. Megan's out for the night, so I'm coming back to do some weather. It's nice to be back in these shoes. So taking a look at the weather we've got over here, we actually see a lot of activity going on in the Illinois area. We have some storms expected for tonight, around 60% or so, so please try to stay inside. It was a nice day today, but obviously some rain is expected tonight and leading into tomorrow. So looking at the temperature chart, you'll see that there is a warm front and a cold front kind of mixing in over in Illinois here. You'll see a lot of that, the pressure system coming in right over here. That's where majority of the rain is going to hit, like I said, tonight and tomorrow. Expecting more rain tomorrow with some possible winds around 20 miles an hour. So expect a blustery day with some wind and some rain. So it's not going to be too great of a day, but don't worry, things are going to be looking up towards the weekend. So looking at the 5-day forecast coming up here, like I said, expect a lot of rain tomorrow, so please try to stay inside. Maybe grab your umbrella because it's going to be raining cats and dogs out there. And Friday, a little bit more of some scattered storms, like I said, because some of the cold and warm front are going to be mixing in there. So it's going to be pretty rough going in, except for this weekend. High of 52, low of 29 this Saturday. So it's a little bit cloudy. High of 63, a fantastic spring day. And then leading into 49 degrees on Monday as the high with some possible rain because you can't have too perfect a weather here in the Midwest during the spring. Whether you like it or not, that's the weather. And here we're going to take a look at the entertainment news with Katie Crowley.
Lecrae, a Christian rapper, is scheduled to make an appearance on the Hilltop on April 17th at 7 p.m. He'll be performing at the Renaissance Coliseum. It is $35 for a general admission ticket or $85 for a VIP ticket. General admission includes early access to the venue and a meet and greet and photo opportunity with Lecrae if you do the VIP ticket. Tickets are available for purchase at Ticketmaster.com or at the Renaissance box office. This past weekend, I got the chance to see the movie Miracles from Heaven, and it was no disappointment. The movie is based on a true story about how a young girl gets an incurable disease, but is healed by a freak accident. The miracle cure leaves her family, doctors, and community with a renowned faith. While the movie was really sad, there was an inspirational faith theme that was weaved throughout the entire movie to keep the audience hopeful.
Just keep the faith. Just don't give up. That God is there. And I love that theme. I love that theme in this film. And I love to see this family stick together through the tough times.
The director, as well as the actors, all felt very passionate about being in the movie, as well as encouraging others to go see it.
We all need hope. We all need faith. We all need God. So those are 3 reasons to see the movie.
This is the kind of movies that I like because when you walk out of the theater, you feel energized, you feel full of hope.
I definitely would have to agree with the director and the actors. Overall, I give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. I recommend everyone to go see this touching film. About 6 years ago, District 150's Woodruff High School was closed in order to save the district money. The building has since become Woodruff Career and Technical Center, which provides alternative learning programs for District 150 students. One of the programs offered is a culinary arts class that requires its students to make a different lunch menu each Thursday. The Thursday lunches are open to the public at the Warrior Way Cafe, which is formerly a Woodruff classroom, but is now converted into a sophisticated cafe. It is $5 a person, and the food is quite good.
Well, I'm glad to see you enjoyed that movie. I didn't see nearly a heartfelt movie. I saw Batman and Superman
Dang,
this
wow.
weekend. I mean, I think...
Was that good?
Well, I think some people liked it. I happen to did not like it. It was a little bit of a too long run time, a little bit kind of stilted. But you know what? I'm a big superhero fan, so I love Deadpool. But I'm assuming none of you are going to see Superman versus Batman.
I'm holding out for Captain America.
Oh yeah, Captain
Good
America.
choice.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so when we come back, Aaron Morton will take us live in Dingle Dime.
And later we have track and baseball news. Stay with us.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
As we showed you earlier, Bradley students performed with Barry Manilow last week. One of them was senior Seth Johnson. Aaron Morden is live right now in Dingeldine. Hi, Aaron.
Hi. Well, we had originally planned for Seth Johnson to be here, but unfortunately, he hasn't arrived on time, and we weren't able to talk to him. But I guess I can't really relay too much information about this because he's not here. But I can say that they did have the Barry Manilow concert where they performed at very recently. Apparently, they have a performance coming up on this Sunday that is a fundraiser for their trips for the chorale to go different places. I can't say exactly where they're going because I don't really have the information, but I can say that these are performances that are fundraisers coming up, and they fund their trips, activities, and there is one coming up this Sunday. So, unfortunately, I can't give you more information than that, but I can say this is Aaron Morden reporting live from Dingeldine Music Hall for BUTV News.
Thanks, Aaron. College Road Trip was the theme of last night's episode of Wheel of Fortune. It featured 3 college student contestants, including Bradley senior Ryan Southwood. Reporter John McDermott has the story.
Friends and family gathered at the East White Oak Bible Church in Carlock, Illinois, to watch Ryan Southwood's appearance on the game show, Wheel of Fortune. Before the episode aired, everyone was treated to pizza, salad, and cake. Then was on into the TV room with the screen set up so everyone could watch. In commercial breaks, Ryan gave his story of his experiences on the show.
I think the event went really, really well. My mom planned the whole thing. She's really, really good at planning parties. And my whole family and all my friends were just really excited to see me on the show.
For Ryan, his appearance on Wheel of Fortune helped achieve a lifelong dream of going on a game show. He encouraged others to also take every opportunity given to achieve their goals, however impossible they may be.
If you ever get an idea that you want to be on a game show or you want to audition, just go out there and do it. If the Wheelmobile is in town, go out there, give it a go. If you want to be on Jeopardy, take the online test. Just put yourself out there, and you may be very surprised at how far you can get.
He would go on to get second place on the episode, only $700 behind the winner. Despite not winning the show, he still managed to win some really amazing prizes.
I won a total of $15,800, $9,000 of that was cash, and $6,800 was a trip to Costa Rica.
For BUTV News, I'm John McDermott.
All right, so Seth Johnson is now with Aaron. So hi, Aaron. We'll throw it to you so you could talk to Seth.
Hi everyone, yeah, it's me, Aaron Morden, back here at Dingeldine Music Center, and I am here with Seth Johnson. He's recently arrived, so I'm just gonna ask him a couple questions about this. So first of all, how was the Barry Manilow concert, and how did that come about happening, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, frankly, I actually wasn't one of the people who got to attend, but I heard a lot from the 30 Corralians that got to be there. They got to sing a couple fun songs with him, like the Copacabana and I Write the Songs. And they all really seemed like they enjoyed it. They had a lot of fun being up there. Apparently, he was really nice with all of them. He kind of talked with them a little bit. So everybody seemed like they had a lot of fun out there.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So in regards to, I have that you have a performance coming up on Sunday that is a fundraiser. Could you tell us a little bit more about this concert that's coming up?
Yeah, the chorale concert, I believe this is going to be part of our music scholarship series, which is exactly what it sounds like. All of the proceeds from these concerts, and there are numerous throughout the year, all go towards the music scholarships. So like any of these new people coming in, like we just had, I think, about 36 new music students come in this semester, something around there, maybe a little more. All of those proceeds go towards getting these students out at Bradley and being able to do things like music education, music business, music performance like myself, which is just fantastic, especially considering we've actually got a new teacher this year come in specifically for music business, so we're starting to expand a little bit more. So it's really great that we're getting all this money in so that we're able to get more students.
Awesome. Thank you so much, by the way. So for BUTV News, I'm reporting live from Dingeldine Music Hall. I'm Aaron Morden.
Thanks, Aaron. Next up, Janice brings us our sports news.
And later, upcoming events on campus. We'll be right back.
bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
La 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 la, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
All right, thanks for filling in, Janice, for Amanda. So you got a lot to tell us about, including a baseball game.
Yep, we have the
Friday.
baseball men's season opener this Friday at Dozer Park. Something to look forward to. Let's get started. Thanks for tuning in, Hilltop. I'm Janice Repholz with sports. The Bradley University men and women's track and field team set the bar high this past weekend at the Bill Cornell Classic in Carbondale. Sophomore Michael Ward won the men's 1,500 meters with a time of 3 minutes and 45.7 seconds. The men's team had 4 runners finish in the top 5 times of the event, none of which breached even a 4-minute mile. Freshman Sarah Pillar finished first in the women's 5,000 meter with a time of 17 minutes and 56 seconds. 2 of her fellow teammates finished within the top 5 times as well. Sophomore Hannah Witzak finished second in the 5,000 meter with a time of 17 minutes and 59 seconds, improving her career best by 22 seconds. Sophomore Nicole Alfano finished at 18 minutes and 30 seconds to round out the top 5 times of the women's 5,000 meters for the outdoor season opener. On the field side, Elizabeth Dutcher recorded her career best in the javelin. Dutcher finished second in the event, throwing 36.62 meters, making her Bradley's best throw since 2010. Both the men and women's teams prepare for the San Francisco Carnival, the Stanford Invitational, and the Eastern Illinois Big Blue Classic next weekend. The Bradley University men's golf team took part in the I-74 Individual Challenge this weekend. Both senior Lyle Burns and freshman Drake Bashong matched par with 71s this Saturday, tying them up for top medalist honors. In a 21-person field, Bradley placed 5 in the top 10 individual challenge. The men's golf team will head to Bloomington, Indiana this weekend for the Hoosier Invitational. The Bradley University baseball team split its 2-game series against Butler University this weekend in Indianapolis. The Braves fell to Butler on Saturday 10-8, but rallied as they brought in 8 runs within the first 2 innings in Sunday's game. Bradley's first baseman Paul Sulka contributed 4 runs to the count, a standout performance by freshman center fielder Andy Shadid, who extended his hitting streak to 14 games with a 2-run double in the first and an RBI double in the 6th. Bradley would tally 1 more to beat Butler 9-5. Freshman right-hand pitcher Ben Solano recorded his career best with a win with 3.2 innings of work as a relief for starter Drew Peters. Tonight's game in St. Louis will be rescheduled due to the weather. The Braves opener is scheduled for this Friday, 6 p.m. at Dozer Park against McMurray. This week, the Country Financial Scholar is senior Lyle Burns of the men's golf team. As previously mentioned, Burns tied for medalist honors this past weekend at the I-74 Individual Challenge, making this his 4th time to finish in the top 10 of the tournament. The senior shot his 20th sub-80 round of the year. Congratulations, Lyle.
Well, thank you, Janice. We are having a great time. Can't wait for the game on Friday. We'll see you there at 6 o'clock.
All right, well, coming up next, we got campus events.
And our weekly musical guest to end the show. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to BUTV News. Let's take a look at the upcoming campus events. ACBU and the Charlie Steiner School of Sports Communication will be showing a special screening of Concussion starring Will Smith tomorrow at 6 p.m. The movie will be followed with a panel discussion with 3 professors. Admission is free and in the Marty Theater. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Student organizations across campus, including HEAT, Student Senate, and Pan-Hell, will be hosting lots of events throughout the month. This will kick off Friday during Rise of the Red at 1:30 outside of Bradley Hall with special awareness shirts. There is a Late Night BU this Friday starting at 9 p.m. Late Night BU presents boots, chaps, and cowboy hats. Cadillac Jack Band will be there performing along with the Chicago Boys, an acrobatic group. There will also be a mechanical bull, a petting zoo, as well as some arts and crafts. Food will include barbecue sandwiches and sweet tea.
Well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Peyton McDermott.
I'm Janice Rupp-Holtz.
I'm Katie Crowley.
And I'm Jackie Myers. We leave you with a performance from Rachel Lee. Have a great night.